What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with a little bit of commentary about Destiny, and we're going to be talking about the Taken King. I tell you right now, it's not going to be a great video if you're a Destiny fanboy. Anyways, Bungie did reveal a new trailer for the Taken King at E3 today during the Sony press conference, and it's just like the trailers for The Dark Below and for the House of Wolves and for the actual original Destiny game. You know, they made it look all nice and epic and cool, and of course we know how that's worked out so far for Bungie and for the content in Destiny. And already people are just eating this up. They're already suckered in. They're already fooled, and it just drives me a little bit nuts. Now I can tell you, I'm actually, you see, I'm on Destiny right now. I can tell you, this is the first time I've been on the game in about 2 days. And honestly, I haven't missed it much, but I figured since I'm talking about Destiny, I'd at least give you some Destiny gameplay for once, since I've been doing a lot of Mass Effect 3 stuff lately. So, anyways, here we are. We're on Destiny. I'll probably just run some bounties here while I talk to you guys. So basically, they announced the Taken King. They did give a few tidbits of information on it, but not a whole lot of stuff there. Basically, they are going to obviously be featuring Oryx. It's going to be sort of a hive theme with Taken, who, as revealed in the trailer, are just pretty much reskinned versions of current enemies that have been brainwashed by the hive, by Oryx, to basically come after the Guardians, as revenge for killing Crota in the Dark Below. So that's all fine and dandy. Now the cinematic, it showed, some hive ships coming, into the solar system. They did, I believe, show, I want to say it was Saturn. Mars was shown in there too. They claim there's going to be a new location, but that'll have a whole like 6 or 7 story missions that take you 30 minutes to do. So who cares? Sorry guys, this is gonna be really negative because I'm really just so sick and tired of. I don't even know if it's Bungie. It's got to be Activision's got to have a lot to do with it, but I'm just getting a little sick of their garbage. So here's what you've got going on with the Taken King. Not even like 20 minutes after this trailer came out, they've already got a pre-order link up on Bungie.net, so you can go pre-order this new it's DLC expansion, but they're treating it basically like an entirely brand new game. It's kind of hilarious, actually. And when I get into this DLC information, you guys are just, if you're a good consumer and someone who cares about this kind of stuff, you're going to just be absolutely amazed at the kind of crap they are trying to pull with this so-called expansion. Now they are putting in some new things. You're going to have, you're going to have some new subclasses. The Titan is going to get, it's called the Sunbreaker, and he's going to get this like Thor hammer with fire. It looks kind of cool, but it's not worth paying extra money for. The hunters are going to get a new void bow, and then the warlocks are going to get lightning, an electrical arc subclass. That's pretty funny. They've got details on the subclasses already up on the website. You can go look at the subclass info, and then right underneath it they have, buy a new t-shirt with the subclass icon. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's like all they're about now is just trying to milk you for as much money as they possibly can on this amazingly lackluster content game. It's just amazing. I didn't think Activision could get any worse, quite honestly, but this takes the cake with this whole Taken King BS. And if you guys wondered, I try not to. I could use more choice words, but I know that there might be some younger viewers who watch my videos, so I try not to use that type of language just in case there's some younger viewers. I want to be a good influence on people. There's enough people that, fill our young kids' minds with all kinds of garbage language. So that's not what I'm going to try really hard not to do that. But I'm very tempted this video because I'm really kind of just irritated by, by what Bungie is doing here. It's just absolutely ridiculous. So anyways, let me get into the details. So with the Taken King, the way it's going to work, if you already own Destiny and the 2 expansions, you will have the digital download of the Taken King, which is $39.99. So it was that $40 price tag, which I discussed in my Don't Buy the Taken King video. That was leaked and has now been confirmed. For that $40, you will, of course, get the new expansion. You'll also get a new Sparrow. Ooh, because the one they gave us with the Dark Below is just so awesome. The stupid redneck paint job on it. Very creative, Bungie. You'll also get a new emblem. Ooh, part 2. That's awesome. A new emblem. Yay. And let's see. Finally, what else? A new shader. Wow, that's some really awesome pre-order incentives. That just makes me want to go out right now and spend 40. I mean, I want to pull my credit card out and go buy it right now while I'm making this video. That's just amazing pre-order content. Just unbelievably awesome. And they say there'll be more at launch for you, so you'll get some tidbits at launch. Who knows what that means? So, moving on, you have the Legendary Edition, which is for people who don't own Destiny. Now, this Legendary Edition will include the base Destiny game and every single expansion. So you will get the Dark Below, you'll get House of Wolves, and you will get the new Taken King content. And that expansion is that game, which has a new game case according to what they're showing on here, is going to be $60. $60. So if you're a brand new player to Destiny, you get the whole game, 3 full expansions for $60. Now, myself personally, someone who's been playing Destiny since the beta, I spent $60 on the base game and then another, $40 on 2 expansion passes. And then if I want to buy Taken King, I got to spend another $40. So I'm at $140, and I'm a veteran who has been, despite my misgivings and everything, I've stuck with Bungie. I've tried to give them the benefit of the doubt. I've tried to stick with their game and give them a chance. And what do? They screw me over pretty much by giving new players the ability to come in right into Destiny for $60 and have every bit of content that's come out with the game. Meanwhile, I'm over here paying $140. I've been with the game day one, and I get no benefit from that other than a freaking Sparrow, an emblem, and a freaking shader, which is probably going to look like crap, quite honestly. So yeah, I'm a little bit ticked. And I'm sorry if that sounds elitist, but I'm so sick and tired of games these days that are just, nothing against new players, but it's like you just come right in as a fresh new player in the game and you get everything. You get everything, you get all the content, and you pay a lot less money than a lot of the people who have been around since the beginning. And I know they're just trying to attract new people. Activision's just trying to get their diseased claws into more gamers, who are too stupid to realize this game has no content, and they're going to continue to just pay out the wazoo for minimal content. I just don't understand it. But it gets better. Oh, it gets much better. If you weren't tempted by that $60 Legendary Edition, let me tell you what you can go out and get right now, and you can pre-order for $80. $80, you can buy a brand new Collector's Edition. Yep, this is DLC, but it's getting its own Collector's Edition, just like the Ghost Edition for the original game, just like the Mass Effect Collector's Edition, just like the Dragon Age Inquisition Collector's Edition, just like any game that's ever had a Collector's Edition, except this is DLC. This is an expansion. This is not a freaking new game, and it's got a freaking Collector's Edition for $80. That I'm already seeing people on Reddit in the forums saying, "Oh, I'm going to buy this right now. Take my money, Bungie." Like, you've already spent $100, and now you want to pay another $80. And did I mention we've got 2 more expansions coming after Taken King? There's definitely there's a Vex expansion, and there's also a Cabal expansion that will be coming after that, which are going to require you to pay even more money. Guys, just look at the amount of money you're going to have to spend on this game in order to get even close to a full experience. It's insane. If you're an actual smart consumer, this game has got every red flag in the book, and you should turn around and run away as fast as possible. It's just ridiculous. Like I said, I didn't think Activision could do any worse, but this is crazy. So anyways, let's look at this collector's edition, which is $80. $80 for this collector's edition. You get a special box in a steel case and a book with a strange coin replica. Color me impressed. What else do you get? Okay, you get early access to weapons. It says early access weapon pack, and it basically shows a couple of guns that look like Vanguard skin weapons. So it's probably going to be like the Vanguard armory that you got if you bought the original game, which really was pretty much useless. That's nothing at all there. Now here's the fun part. If you buy the collector's edition, now keep in mind, if you already own the game, you've already spent $100 on the game and 2 expansion packs. You're going to end up spending $40 on this digital expansion if you already own the game. So you're at $140. Like I said, the new players can come in right away and underneath you and buy this $60 edition that's got everything. Spending $80 less than you overall, and they're really going to miss out on is this stupid Sparrow and emblem and other crap. If you buy this collector's edition for 80 bucks, and again, new players can again come in at $80, and this collector's edition will give them the entire experience, every expansion plus the base game. You'll also get 3 armor shaders. Ooh, 3 times the armor shaders. Yay. You'll get 3 new class emotes, which means like the stupid, like the dance, the point, and this crap here. You'll get to do 3 more of those if you buy this collector's edition. And to top it all off, and this is probably the thing that just drives me insane, you will get 3 exotic class items, one for each, Hunter, Titan, and Warlock, if you buy the collector's edition. These exotic items will give you bonus XP and bonus, stuff when you're playing the actual game of Destiny. Let that sink in a minute. You can only get these if you buy the $80 collector's edition. If you're a day one player, if you spent the $140 on Destiny, on the 2 expansions, if you've been there since the alpha, since the beta, if you've given Bungie all your time and your money so far, well, sorry, you don't get those exotic class items. It's only for, you can get them if you want to if you're a day one player, but you're gonna have to spend another 80 bucks. At which point you'll have spent $220 on this game. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta laugh. I have to laugh because that's the only way I can keep from getting too angry about this. And like I said, there's already people all over the forums, all over Reddit, that are just like, oh, screw it, I'm buying the collector's edition. They're gonna give Activision another $80 for this. There's no content. There's no content in this game. I'm sorry. Think about the 2 expansions we've come out already. I mean, you've had the Dark Below, you had the House of Wolves, both of which had this awesome, amazing trailer that made the game look like the greatest thing ever. And look what happened. Both expansions were terrible. They were limited content that should have been in the game at release. If you're any kind of serious gamer, then you know better. You know better. Don't buy the please, just don't buy the Taken King. Make Bungie sweat a little bit. This is absolute crap. This is BS. This is it's gone too far at this point. It's just so ridiculous. $80 for a collector's edition for downloadable content. I don't even think that's ever happened before. If it has, somebody please correct me and let me know. But I'm pretty sure that in the history of video games that I know of, going back years and years, I cannot remember one game that had a DLC come out that actually was a collector's edition. So, wow. I don't even know. It's almost like they're treating Destiny like an MMO. With this, like, this is an MMO size expansion, but I always compare it. Like, Star Wars: The Old Republic at E3 just announced their big new expansion, and it's got like a brand new planet. It's got a whole new storyline. It's got all this new stuff, just tons and tons of content, and it's freaking free. It's free for subscribers to the game. It's free. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay for it. Let that sink in for a second. Destiny is basically treating its game and its players as if you're playing an MMO, except you are having to pay out the nose for everything. So again, if you're a day one player, and like a lot of these day one players I'm seeing who are they're cool with, they're just going to buy this collector's edition, even though they already own the actual game. So they're completely cool with, spending $220 on this game, which again, I've gone over it many times, has no content. The entire game is the same repetitive thing over and over and over again. And quite honestly, guys, like I said at the beginning, the only reason I'm even playing Destiny right now is just to have gameplay to go along with the Destiny topic. If not, I've been playing Mass Effect 3 back on my Xbox 360 for the last 2 or 3 days. I just picked up Dynasty Warriors 8 for PlayStation 4. I'm going to be playing that quite a bit. I need to go play The Last of Us. I'm, for all intents and purposes, pretty much finished with Destiny. The only thing I have yet to do is I still cannot get on a Trials of Osiris team, even with level 34, even with max weapons and all this other BS, No one, everybody's still being elitist jackasses on LFG and doesn't want to play, Oh, you don't have the flawless emblem, you can't play. So, it's just more of the same. This game has a very, I just hate to say it, it's just a very toxic community outside a few really good people that I've met. Other than that, Destiny's got a very young, very don't know if I call them closed-minded. They just don't know any better. It's just I see that from a lot of the streamers, a lot of the YouTube people. They just don't know any better. Like, they think this game is the greatest thing that's ever come out. I actually have seen people debating that this game is as good as like Mass Effect and Gears of War and other shooters, and it's just like, it makes me shake my head. And I'm like, how long have you all been playing video games? Like, this is like your first, it's like your first game, and you just think it's so amazing. It's like they just don't know any better. They have the wool pulled over their eyes. They just don't know any better, and they're willing to just give Activision all their money. Here, take my money. You know, like I said, if you're a day one player and you fall into this trap and you go buy this dumbass collector's edition, and you've spent $220 on Destiny, then they're going to ask you for $20 again a couple months later for the Vex DLC. Then they're going to ask you for $20 again for the Cabal DLC. And it just goes on and on and on. At what point, guys, is it too much? We're not even talking about Destiny 2 yet. You're going to have spent almost as much money on this very simple-minded, content-lacking game than you spent on your freaking console. Let that sink in for a second. Look at games that have recently come out. Look at The Witcher. Look at Elder Scrolls Online. Look at there's tons of last gen games. $60 and you get just hundreds of hours of content that you can play. Look at Destiny. The same repetitive thing every day. What do? You get on and you grind bounties. You get on and you play Trials of Osiris, which is a reskin skirmish mode that should have been in the game at launch. You play Prison of Elders, which is just a boring basic horde mode with tons of enemies and tons of major enemies. There's really no mechanics. There's no difficulty. The difficulty lies in the fact they just throw 5 billion enemies at you. It's not new content. It's rehashed content. It's the same thing over and over. And guys, if you're like me, like I said in my Don't Buy Taken King video, if you're on the fence with Destiny, just stop playing. You know, the only reason I'm even doing videos of Destiny right now is because I know I have some subscribers who still play the game, and I'm trying to be helpful, you know, with the Zerv videos, with the weekly reset videos. But other than that, you know, I can say for a fact, especially after seeing all this DLC crap and all this stuff from Activision. I mean, the announcement trailer's not even out for 5 minutes, and they've already got a whole full pre-order page up. Give us more money. Give us $40. Give us $60. Give us $80 on top of what you've already paid for the game. And all you day one players, oh, guess what? You don't get anything. If you're a brand new player, buy our collector's edition for $80. You get more content than the day one players got when they spent their money. Plus, you get all these cool stuff, and you get to earn XP faster. You get exclusive class items that nobody else gets. For all you day one players, well, screw you. You don't get anything unless you spend another $80. That is how Activision treats you as a gamer. Activision does not respect you as a gamer. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Activision has actually replaced EA as the worst freaking company in gaming. That's really hard to do. You know, EA has ruined pretty much every title they have. They've ruined all their sports franchises. They've just, with microtransactions and all this other crap they do. But you know what? EA is at least smart enough when they have a good title like, say, Mass Effect or Dragon Age Inquisition, or I guess anything BioWare works on, really, or even, you know, Star Wars The Old Republic. They are at least smart enough to not screw it up. Look at what Activision's doing with World of Warcraft. Look at it. Taking away flying mounts. Because it's they said it's too easy for players to skip mobs in the world and avoid encounters. AKA, it's too easy for players to avoid boring, pointless battles with trash mobs in the world of MMO, in an MMO world that will make them take more time to get across the zone and basically increase their playtime so they can turn around and tell their shareholders and do what they do with Destiny and put up all these fancy notes. Oh, look how many millions of people play the game and how many hours were spent. They are taking away flying mounts in World of Warcraft, and as someone who hasn't played WoW in a while, but was a long-time WoW player, I can tell you that is just wow. That's a kick in the balls to anybody who's been with WoW, who's played the game. You know, people are very proud. You know, I can't even believe you would actually literally take away something that has been in an MMO game for several years. You would take that feature away from your player base. And it's caused some big uproar. WoW is bleeding subs right now, like it's not even funny. And they were already having problems since Activision, you know, has been running things into the ground. You know, prior to June, I think they said WoW had lost almost 3 million subscribers, and it's bleeding even more now because of how Activision's handling the game. And it's pretty clear Activision just all they care about is making more money, looking good for their shareholders. They could give a crap about us gamers. So guys, I'm telling you, if you're on the fence, please, 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 don't buy the Taken King. Don't fall into this trap. Now, you know what? If the Taken King comes out and it turns out that it's freaking amazing and that they actually have turned it around, and let's say they've added in storytelling like the Mass Effect games have. God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I can't even go that route because I know it's not going to happen. Yeah, so guys, please, 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 stop falling into Activision's trap. Do not buy the Taken King DLC. Stop playing Destiny. just stop. They've got to be sent a message. It is time for us to just quit playing the game. Just stop. No more. We have to be finished. We have to give them. We have to tell them. That's the only way we can do it, guys, is with our wallets. And if you're a day one player, and that was just an amazing grenade throw right there. If you're a day one player and you go out and you're going to buy this collector's edition, I'm sorry, but you're just mindless. You're a mindless sheep. And I apologize if that offends anybody, but it's ridiculous, guys. You're going to spend $220 on this game. $220 on this game, which is basically Candy Crush with guns for little kids. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I hate being so negative. I hate it. It's just, I've been a Bungie fan for such a long time, and this game saddens me so much. Just knowing what is in the lore, what is in this game, what this game could. I mean, this game has got the potential to be like one of the best games ever made if they would, if they would just had stuck with what the game was going to be, more of an MMO style shooter. If Activision hadn't dumbed things down and gone T for teen to attract the younger audience, if they hadn't been with Activision in general, quite honestly, it's kind of funny. I look at it now. It's like you almost wish Bungie had stayed with Microsoft because we'd still be getting good Halo games, and we wouldn't have to be, it's like Bungie left Microsoft, 343 took over Halo. Halo sucks now. Bungie went to Activision. They made Destiny, which was super hyped up and basically sold on Bungie's good name, and Destiny sucks. It's something you got to realize. Oh, and by the way, you guys ripped off the logo from Robotech. Yeah, that's not cool. But yeah, God, it just frustrates me. I don't even, and like I said, I like to still make a couple videos for this game each week now to help out the people who still play the game, who still enjoy the game and still watch it on my channel. But I can't tell you, I don't know how much longer that's going to happen, guys, because I really have there's no reason for me to play this game anymore. There really isn't. And like I said, I'm going to start, with E3 coming out, we've got a lot of new announcements on new games coming up. I know when No Man's Sky comes out, I'm probably gonna just buy that and play that for forever. We know we got a new Mass Effect game coming. I'm very excited about the new Star Wars: The Old Republic expansion. I just bought a new game in Dynasty Warriors 8, and I'm probably gonna take a break from Destiny. Quite honestly, I might just stop playing this game. I need to stop playing this game. I need to finally just do it, and because I've been talking about it for a while, but like I said, I still like to make a couple little videos for people who still watch because of Destiny. You don't want to just abandon it for that, but at the same time, I just can't support Activision anymore. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous how little they think of you as a gamer. I mean, you guys need to just sit back and realize, and really what the thing is you guys really need to start making your own opinions. Stop listening to all these streamers and all the Destiny sheep who don't have your best interest in mind. Their reason is they want to just have the game here so that they can continue to make that stream income and they can continue to keep you watching and things like that. So, guys, I'm sorry. I know I'm just rambling on now. So I'm going to end this video here, guys. But again, this is going to be part 2 of don't buy the Taken King. Just don't. Please. Please don't do it. If you're going to, don't pre-order it. Don't buy this $80 collector's crap. I mean, collector edition DLC, unbelievable. Only Activision has the balls to try to pull that off. It's absolutely ridiculous. And the problem is no one is going to say anything bad about it. No one cares. Everybody's just going to eat it up. All the Destiny Desticles, the Destiny fanboys, and the sheep are just going to eat it up like candy. And Activision's not going to change. They don't have to. Why should they? They just keep suckering people in and people keep falling for it. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Again, I apologize for the doom and gloom all the time about the video, with Destiny. But when I see crap like this, it just irritates me. It makes me so angry to see how they're, first of all, how they're treating the day one players who've stuck with this crappy game since day one, and just to see that they're trying to sucker you in for another $80 on a freaking collector's edition for DLC. Unbelievable. Anyways, guys, please leave your comments below. Would love to hear your discussion. Make it educated discussion. Don't be calling anybody out or being a hater or being immature. Let's, we can chat about it. See if you guys what your ideas are on the DLC, which you already know mine pretty clearly. So, love to hear your thoughts, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you again next time.